spot, and they would spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't want to bust, so they boo each other, think that they're the winning team, go lose.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Sanders first carry of the game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Sanders, the ball. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards.
First down, Chicago.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50, the 40, and they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Take 2 of them. Check 20. Alert. Begin.
Nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Taken down.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on first down. And he's brought down.
13 more yards.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. First down and goal to go.
58, boys, 58, 58. Easy, easy. Easy, easy. Slam. Watch twist. Solid, 5 down. Check it out.
They'll try to run this one in. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Bears nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Tariq Cohen. A gain of 19 yards. And the Bears first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Steelers 7, Bears nothing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Complete.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards. First down, Bears.
Back to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs.
And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 91 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Steelers 14. Bears nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down, Chicago.
On the draw, this is Cohen. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
And the Bears first down.
Now Sanders. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
To Miles Sanders.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Devin Bush, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Chicago.
Tariq Cohen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Bears 6. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 36-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He sets to fire deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10.
Jack 16. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Monday. Rush in.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 47-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready? Black 20. 59. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, defense, let's go. Mike's 59, Mike's 59. Middle. I'm coming after you. 50. I'm coming after you. Check 59. Let's go. Mike is 59.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. Alert, alert. Check, 59, 59. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. The 40, the 30, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this 3rd quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
It's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Buster Screen. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
29. Bears 12. Chris Boswell to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. On second and goal, here's the option. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Chicago.
Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears cut into that lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And the third time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go.
Makes the score Steelers 29, Bears 19.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Push him back. Push him back. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll drop the throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
58, 58, 58. 3-2. Here we go, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. Past the 20.
Ooh, he's running.
And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the 4th down stop has them in the driver's seat. Now we'll see if they can put points on the board to strengthen this slim lead. At the very least, they'd love to march this football out of their own territory and chew up some 4th quarter clock. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there. 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now a carry for Sanders. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
First down, Sanders. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One last shot for Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to counter. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Today's final score.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Chicago, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a match.